from the stretch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there.
Hey, get a good one up there, huh?
There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike.
Hey, sped him up, slowed him down. It's got him down 0-2. I think he could pretty much go anywhere right here. I'd be surprised if anything misses over the heart of the plate.
Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Gonna be a tough play. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 8th inning coming up. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Darryl Gore. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest.
Hey, ground ball right here. Here we go.
The 1-2. Hard hit ball to short. Scooped up to second for 1. On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they end this thing with style, turning that double play to preserve the win. That's what we call finishing strong.
8-4 tonight. The Lookouts jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Ralph Lilly earns his first win of the season. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Lookouts, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 33 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Biloxi Shuckers and the Chattanooga Lookouts. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Marcel Lingo will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
Number 70.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
What?
Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Mark, what needs to happen for them to get out of this rut?
Matty, I know I'm stating the obvious, but the middle of the order has to come through today. You got guys that are playing way above their pay grade on the periphery, and it's time for them to look and see the big boys do their job.
Into the box now, Flash Dog. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series.
Dog.
Hey, like a can up there, huh?
First delivery to him on the way. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, you can't win when you're giving up that many runs. The pitcher was missing over the heart of the plate, not executing down and away, not brushing back anybody. That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters, 3, 4, 5. Nice piece of hit.
In now, Derek Dietrich. He's 3 for 7 in the series coming in.
Derek Dietrich.
He's set. Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Hey, guys, stay hot up there.
He's running. Pitches high. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
Not every catcher can make that throw, so that was pretty special. Benito Santiago made throwing from his knees famous when he was playing, but it's a really tough one to pull off.
Ready for another chance? Flash Dog. He singled his last time up.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Hit in the air out to left field. Gonzalez sprinting after it. He gets there and makes the play. Now in the box, Flash Dog. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
See it, drive. Right here, come on, Biggie.
First pitch coming, here it is. Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there.
Here we go now, come on now, one time.
On a rope to the second baseman. Throw to the bag, and the runner's back in time. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Cesar Diaz. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. On a line to shortstop, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play. So a big moment here, and standing in, Flash Dog, but a single here could reduce the deficit to only one.
Hey, no one better, huh? No one better. Watch up, drive me in for it.
Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch. But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Biloxi used a nice fifth inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. J.J. McDermott notches his third win of the year. Marcel Lingo is settled with a loss after giving up only one earned. Rufus Lowell closes the door for the save, his sixth. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Here now our final line score. First for the victorious.
It's time for baseball now as the show's tour of the minors continues with a stop in the Southern League. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the Biloxi Shuckers and the Chattanooga Lookouts. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Geraldo Vaccaro, a right-hander from the Keystone State, gets the ball as the starter in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
The catcher.
So now it'll be the four-hole hitter, Marshall Gonzalez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Hard hit toward the hole, and that's through for a hit.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count, 2-2, and he's able to find a knockout there.
Standing in, Flash Dog, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Flash Dog.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Fellas, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They come in here hoping to make it 2 in a row as they broke a 3-game skid with a victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team is starting to really come together. They won last night. They're playing really nice. I expect much more of the same today.
2-0 now.
Hey, let her fly right here.
Here he comes on 2-0. 3-0 now. Tom Rosado will be next. 1 out, nobody on. Line toward right center. And that's into the outfield. Base hit.
Hey, the leadoff man wasn't able to do his job, but the number 2 hitter came through right there with the single, setting the table for the big boys.
Settling in now, Tom Rosado. He's got hits in each of the last 5 ball games. Runner goes for second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. It's going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. What's going to be the key for him today, Mark?
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup filled with young bloods. Just young guys, hungry, aggressive, trying to do damage and move traffic to both gaps. Line-to-line power up and down this lineup. Should be interesting to see if this pitcher uses their aggressiveness against them.
Stepping in, Kevin Terrell, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Carroll.
Take the pitch, huh?
The payoff pitch. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Stefanelli. And that's the third out. We've played an inning. No score here on the show. Set to get his day started, Justin Wilkes. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Roller out to short. Dog gonna have to hurry. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
And that play is indicative of how their entire season has gone so far. They make the routine plays difficult, and if there's a tough play, they really struggle with it. They need to tighten up their fundamentals so they can get back on track.
Striding in, Flash Dog. He reached on a single in his first try. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And he has to dot.
Let her rip right here. Let's go.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball one.
Hey, let her rip. One time.
Your pitch right here.
Now
Let's
the
go,
1-0. Misses for the second ball.
That can be one of the downfalls of pitching out. It puts you behind in the count, and if you throw another ball, you're kind of in a difficult spot.
Hey, you got it. No one better. Let's go.
Line drive to left. But this is going to hang up there just long enough to be taken in on the run in shallow left, and that ends. Digging in to try it again. Flash Dog.
Flash Dog.
Hey, let's go, kid. One time right here.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball one. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in safely. Chu aboard here at first with nobody out.
All right, one more time right here.
2-0 now.
This is a tough spot here to turn two off this guy at the plate. One of the things you really have to make sure defensively to make sure you get at least one out. Don't try to turn that double play. If you get the sure out at second, take that, and if you get it at first, well, that's just an added bonus. But make sure you at least get one out in a spot like this.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch.
Ball three.
Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Hey, come on, big dog, get your pitch. Nobody better.
Hey, let her fly,
The
let her fly.
3-1 takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
And he's bunting with 2 strikes, but can't connect, so a real wasted at-bat there. Into the box, Justin Wilkes. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Justin.
The 1-2. Toward the gap in left center. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
Definitely tried to elevate the heater right there with 2 strikes, but caught way too much of the...
Digging in, Flash Dog. He struck out while trying to lay down a bunt last time.
Yeah, and he just straight up whiffed on that 2-strike bunt attempt. And not to be too critical, but it wasn't the best of looks either.
Rounded softly down the line toward first.
This is the tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hit your pitch and drive it. Let's go, big dog.
Come on now, rip it. Hey, get you a good one up there, huh?
And they'll just waste one there. 1-2. Check swing grounder to the right side. And he'll in fact just tag the runner headed down the line to take the shooter out.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do is just go ahead and tag the guy like that. Hey, there's a lot more that can go wrong when you try to throw to the pitch. You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
First for the
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Biloxi Shuckers and the Chattanooga Lookouts. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Kayuri Maya has the ball for the 5th game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, in a day and age where runs are scored at an alarming rate, this guy's been pretty rock solid. Last 3 starts, ERA under 2.00. Not an easy thing to do, and you'll know if he's on early. If he's good and on point in the first inning, that usually means he's going to be rock solid throughout the rest of the game.
Digging in, Flash Dog. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Hey, be patient. Get your pitch, huh?
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line to the right side, but foul. Fellas, you look at these guys with a first inning lead, by the way, as they take the field this afternoon. They've been playing better than .500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, I can't tell you how important it is to throw that first run up on the board, and that's exactly what they did. A little crooked number, a 2 spot, to give their pitcher a chance to relax and go out and pound the strike zone. This team is good.
1 sec as that ball is into the gap in right center. Should be good for at least 2 bases.
Stand up, stand up.
And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
Talk about auspicious beginnings. That's the way to start an inning, folks. Drives it into the gap at right center, and you see when it rolls to the wall, he puts it into another gear and legs out a triple. There are a lot of ways to score from third with no outs.
Stepping into the box, Brian Rylander. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. With runners in scoring position this season, Rylander is exactly a 1-for-3 hitter. That means a .333 batting average.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Brian Rylander is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the first.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Chopper to short. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
A simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut their deficit to only 1 run.
Now to the plate, Kirby Stefanelli. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Kirby.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit hard to short. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
I don't know how he got to that fastball right there. That looked like the old Tommy Hawk approach back in the 60s and 70s, getting to that
Digging in, the switch hitter, Marshall Gonzalez. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Stefanelli leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning.
Let's go.
Hit hard on the ground to the right. A dive, and he knocks it down. And a good effort here, but he's well safe at first, and there are 2 on and 2 out now. Now at the plate, Howard Cochran. He drew a walk his first time up.
Howard Cochran.
1-2. Here it is. This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of it? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 men left stranded. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3, and the visiting club leads it 3-1. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Flash Dog. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here? First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Third inning here. 3-1 our score. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
See it. Drive it. Come on, kid.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Ready once again, Howard Cochran. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the 1-2. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Flash Dog. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
All right, 1 time. Right
Third
here.
baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
All right, come on now. 1 time. Let it fly.
But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2.
Hey, have a rip at it up there, huh?
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. So digging in now, Flash Dog. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets to 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
Standing in, Justin Wilkes. 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far.
Justin Wilkes.
Hey, 1 away, 1 away.
A pause and the 0-2. Off liner towards short, but this is pulled in by the shortstop.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
4-2 the final score today. The Biloxi Shuckers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Aaron Wilkerson earns his first win of the season as he goes 6+ innings and allows only a pair of base hits. Mea was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Rufus Lowell wraps it up for the save, his 7th of the campaign. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
Here now our final line score. First for the victorious Shuckers, 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 19 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 53 minutes. Thank you for...
Hold up, let me get up in it now. I'm here to win it now. L-O-G-I-C, I'm feeling free, I'm finna bring it now. If you know the words, take a step back and sing it now. Never thought I'd have to, but I keep the windows tinted now. Like, lottie-dottie, who got the keys to my Audi? Last time I said it went viral, I don't with nobody. And I don't with you, them, her, and him too. Cause don't none of y'all know a thing about what I've been through. And all that superficial you love, I'm just not into. And when it comes to getting deep in this rap I've been to, like the don't push me, I ain't no killer, but you know the rest. You think I caught the Holy Spirit, how I'm feeling blessed. Ain't no contest that all this whack, it just ain't no test. Step and get laid to rest, boy, step and get laid to rest. It ain't no S on my chest, but I'm still, while half of these still running. I learned everything I've attained and they steal from them. Like, I'm the man, used to call you a hater, you a stand. Ain't nobody built himself a brand like me. I ain't signed a shoe deal cause I'm waiting for Nike to recognize all these youngins wanna be just like me. Got the check for 20 million right now when we might see everybody rocking my kicks, preaching positivity. I get up, I get up, I get up. When I'm down, had enough, almost round. With rough, I get tough, and when I'm beaten to the ground, I get up, I get up, I get up, I get up, I get up. When I'm down, had enough, almost round. With rough, I get tough, and when I'm beaten to the ground, I get up, I get up, I get up, I get up, I get up. Never address me as Robert unless it's by that De Niro. Far from a hero, I ain't never say my. I'm not defined by these clothes and zeros. It don't matter if you got $6 or 6 figures on the creek, cause in the end we all 6 feet deep. Meanwhile, I'll be immortalized on a 6 beat. Flashbacks of having visions way back in G-Berg. Every single one of my homies and me work. Nothing had to get about it, make a hit, forget about it. Younger with a dream, but nobody gave about it. 10 years later, pick up the pen, write a hit about it. And back then, I thought I'd be defined by how good I rhyme. Not like these rappers with flows, but look good online. Not made to feel bad for speaking about on my mind. Or caught a who wish you was. I wish I could face my and smack that at air. Peaceful as possible. It's highly improbable, it's stoppable, but still, way too many people feel how I feel. That's on the real, on the real, on the real. I get up when I'm down, had enough, almost round. Rough, I get tough, and when I'm beaten to the ground, I get up, I get up, I get up, I get up, I get up. When I'm down, had enough, almost round. Rough, I get tough, and when I'm beaten to the ground, I get up, I get up, I get up, I get up. Hey, yo.
A player is called to question by his manager on his recent base running performance. The player's been caught stealing an inordinate amount of times recently. Essentially, a red light is being issued here. Red means stop. Also, do not go. You know it's only gonna be one Mufasa. I'm the king, the bling, but just might make you kiss the ring. All these rappers I came up on, I surpassed, I know it's Sting now. Don't try to twist my words and turn that into something. I love all you, just wanna hear you spit. Drop my last hit, the whole wild world applauded it. Game still ain't give me my credit, so I'ma audit it. I'm heartless like Kanye in 08. Yeah, that's where the no ID, now they all know who I be. I'm calling out Jay-Z to jump up on the track with me and smack the whole industry. Show 'em what that real rap do. The ball's in your court, Hov. I hope to hear from Guru. Woo. Clutch hitting has not been a strength for this team, and their manager lets them know it.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Game 1 here in the month of May between the Chattanooga Lookouts and the Birmingham Barons. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Lon Connell will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He's strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low 2s, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games and home runs and teams filled with guys that can hit throughout the lineup. This is a really good pitcher.
Stepping up now, Flash Dog, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Flash. Stay high, here you go.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. On the first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. D-Row, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Well, Matty, this team can do one thing very well. This lineup leads the league in home runs, and that's why people pay the price of admission. They want to see the long ball. Everybody loves home runs, and it's exactly what this lineup gives you.
Digging in, Stephen Chung. He's just hoping for something to go his way in this one. And as you can see, it's not been the case of late. Runners going. Popped him up. Dog over to his left. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. One error in the inning, but it doesn't hurt him. We'll go now to the top of the third. Chattanooga leads it here 1-0. Into the box now, Flash Dog. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Curveball looked at here for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
Hey, here we go, big guy. Come on.
Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Pitch up there.
The 1-2. Fouled off. The 1-2. Grounded up the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Hey, get your pitch. Drive it right here.
Another 1-2 delivery. Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
Here now the 2-2. Liner toward right center. Tilson patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long.
And Charlie Tilson now comes forward. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Hit out towards second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Now at the plate, Flash Dog. And their runners at the corners now.
Flash Dog.
Hey, let her rip, let her rip.
Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Runners at the corners here, nobody out.
Here we go, kid.
On the ground to second base. This could be 2. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. Coming to the plate now, Derek Dietrich. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Derek
Rosado over at second. Dog at first with no outs. Softly hit down to third. Likely no shot at 2. There's one on to first, and they get the double play. But boy, was he ever upended at second base.
Gotta love that out of your reliever, right? The first batter he faces, he gets to roll over into a double play.
Digging in and looking for more, Charlie Tilson. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. 2 down, runners at first and second. To the left side, he's right there. On to Dietrich at first, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and a couple of men left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Lookouts lead it 3-1. Stepping in, Flash Dog.
Now batting, shortstop, Flash Dog.
First pitch coming, here it is. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Check to swing there and pops this one up. But no one's going to get it as it's into the camera well area. Runner's back. Here it comes on 0-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, when you hear people talk about the unwritten rules of baseball, I think we just saw a perfect example of that. You hit one of mine, and I'm going to hit one of yours. Always been that way and probably always will be, even though they've tried to crack down on that kind of stuff recently.
Now
so it's a tight spot here. First and second, Derek. 1 man out, and now Derek Dietrich strides into the batter's box. The 1-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. To second for 1. And nearly a double play. It was closer than I thought it would be, and the inning will continue.
Took a pretty long time for the shortstop to receive the ball that time. So that gave the runner plenty of time to bear down on him and take him out. Hopefully everyone's okay down there.
Ready for another shot now. Franklin Simons. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Franklin Simons.
Here's the 3-2. He's on the ground is short. Could be 2. And there's out number 2. Stepping into the box, Flash Dog. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
Outfield comes way in here. The first pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground.
Come on, let it fly right here. Let it fly.
Flares this one over toward first. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. At the plate, Agustin Enriquez. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. Has them down to their final strike. Popped up. Gehringer moving to his left.
I got it.
Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
This one comes to a close with a 9-5 final. Chattanooga jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Samuel Alonso claims the win out of the pen, his first. Lon Connell was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious lookout, 9 runs.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Chattanooga Lookouts and the Birmingham Barons. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Carson Fulmer is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
Set to get his evening at the plate started. Flash Dog batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season.
Come on, baby, get your pitch up there.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a breaking ball down and in here as he's got to hop out of the way there. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction. No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
So striding in, Derek Dietrich. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago.
Come on, let it fly right here.
Runners on the move for second. Line drive, base hit to right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Wow, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get to third.
Hard hit ball to second, reined in. The second for 1, on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So they get to him for a couple of hits in the inning here, but they've got nothing to show for it. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. Striding forward now is the DH, Russell Kim. He'll get to take his first cuts here. One out, nobody on.
1-1-1.
Throw gets him, 2 down. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. What's the key for a home victory tonight, D-Row?
Yeah, Matty, without question right here. This lineup's been struggling. Some bad approaches at the plate from top to bottom. They need the first 2 guys in the order to ignite this offense if they're going to have a chance of breaking out of this malaise.
At the plate, Flash Dog, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here comes the first pitch. Line drive to center field. A dive, but it's off his glove. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's 1-1.
Well, last time this guy had some success, but he can't seem to get it going here. In fact, he's given up more hits in this one than he did his entire last outing. And we're only in the 3rd inning.
Ready now, Derek Dietrich. He singled his last time up.
Derek Dietrich.
Come on now, get your pitch up there, kid. He's going.
Now the 0-1. Runners off for second. A dive, and he knocks it down.
All right, hold it here, hold it here.
They'll still manage to get the out on the force, and with that fine play, the inning comes to an end. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a... Stepping up to the plate, Flash Dog. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
This is line to left. This will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out. Sliding into the box, Agustin Enriquez. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Digging in once again, Flash Dog.
Flash Dog.
First pitch of the at-bat. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball here, 0-1.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline, so if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's now 7-1.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
Coming to the plate now, Flash Dog.
The shortstop, Flash Dog.
Wait for a good one now.
First pitch on its way.
That's a
Ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Hey, get a good one.
Hit softly down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2 hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
Get down, get down.
Line drive, base hit to right.
Hey,
Dero, not a bad night.
Good job.
3
You
singles,
squared up
but
on that
hey,
ball.
you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Now at the plate, Derek Dietrich.
Now batting.
On the night, he's
The
2
first
for 4
baseman,
with a pair of singles.
Derek Dietrich.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Chattanooga leads it here 8-1.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
8-4 tonight. The Lookouts used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Ralph Lilly earns the win, his 2nd. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Lookouts, 8 runs on 14 hits. No errors. They left 16 men on base.
The Stars of tomorrow get their shot in the limelight today as the show's coverage of the Southern League is on the air. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Chattanooga Lookouts and the Birmingham Barons. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Lorenzo Rodriguez gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, hitters have had their way with this guy this year. This is a stat any pitcher doesn't want to have attached to him. The league hitting over 300. That's righties and lefties hitting over 300 against this guy. That's something he's going to drastically have to improve on.
Batting second.
At the plate, Flash Dog. He also had 3 hits in the win last night.
Come on, buddy.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Dero, what you got on this lineup tonight?
Yeah, Matty, what I want you to focus on is the fact that this team does not like to run. Very station to station. It's going to take a couple of hits to score runs with this offense. They swing the bats well, but they don't put any pressure on the defense as far as base running.
So coming to the plate, Dave Drummond, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now this is slowly hit to short, probably 2. Oh, but it's a wide throw to second, and they can't get the out. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would... Leading off the inning, Flash Dog, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First offering on its way. A fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
Come on, let it rip right here.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
0-2.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Castro moves over, and that's the first out of the inning. So striding forward now Flash Dog, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Hey, let her rip, let her rip.
Now a spin and a throwback to second, just keeping him close.
Come on, big guy. See it, drive it. See it, drive it.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now a check swing here. Did he go around? No, says third base umpire Ricky Holiday. Ball one.
Hey, take a cut now. Get your cuts.
Spin and a throwback to second, and he's back easily. Ready with the 1-0. He pulls this one into right, but he will close fast out there in right field as he comes on to put it away, and the inning is over. One hit, one left. Last half of the fifth coming up. Birmingham leads this thing.
Hey,
now at the plate, Flash Dog.
Chattanooga, the shortstop, Dog.
Hey, see it, drive it. Let's go, big dog.
First pitch of the at-bat. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, Grumman. He's got it one away. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Flash Dog. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Hey, drop him in. No one better right now, huh?
He's set and the pitch. Strike called. Now the throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a one-run game, so that's a little risky. But, hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Myers, just 21 years of age. He throws a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, and a splitter. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play. Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. Chattanooga rode an important sixth inning to victory in this one. Marcel Lingo takes the win on the mound, his second of the year. Justin Cronin hammers down the save, his seventh of the campaign. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. From my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Lookouts, 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 14 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours exactly. Thank you for joining us here tonight.
It's in the Southern League. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Chattanooga Lookouts and the Birmingham Barons. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Robert Watkins is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
The shortstop, Black Dog.
Let her rip right here. Let's go.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Taken, but called a strike. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, they lost last game only by 1 run. Those are the tough ones. But I'm sure they've looked at the film, made a few adjustments, and let's see if they can give a better effort today.
Hey, suit up and drive. Hey, you get a good one up there, huh?
Here we go.
Hey, let her rip one time.
Hey, see it, drive. Let's go, big dog.
And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
That way to find the sweet spot right there.
Nothing fires me up more than watching a hitter take what a pitcher gives them. Pitches away, batter's able to keep his hands inside, not try and do too much, and just force feed a single.
Now batting, Derek Dietrich. And he's been a tough out these past couple of weeks, as the numbers there tell you the whole story.
Dietrich.
Hey, let her rip. Here we go.
Here it comes on 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Yeah, Matty, this lineup has just gone cold. It happens from time to time, but somebody's going to have to create a spark. Hopefully it's with the first 2 guys in the batting order.
So stepping in, Derek Reed is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game.
Hey, let's go now. You got this.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Scorched to third. He's got it. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. Striding in once again, Flash Dog. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time.
Hey, come on, let the big dog eat, buddy.
Come on, baby, get your pitch.
Now here it comes. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. Hits ball 1. Dog is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that it benefits him just as much on the defensive side of the ball, given the position he plays.
And not only just speed, but first step quickness speed. He's able to track balls down that other guys cannot get to. And sometimes...
Digging in now, Russell Kim. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Chung on at first, nobody out. Ground down the first baseline. Fielded cleanly. There's one. Throw across to first, won't be in time, so he's aboard on the fielder's choice.
And that play is indicative of how their entire season.
Into the box now, Jim Arthur. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt. In fact, that was a really rocky frame. enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
And there's one down now. Ready for another chance? Flash Dog. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
And one time right now,
First
kid.
pitch coming. Here it is. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
0-1. Here it comes. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit.
Yeah, great
Dan,
job.
this guy's on fire. I
I
used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Dietrich.
Rosado at second. Dog on at first with nobody out. Taken high and deep to right. Haas looks up. Gone! So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field.
3-run homer. He just caught too much of the plate. Now he's back to the drawing board. No outs, and the inning is already an ugly one.
In now, Jim Arthur.
Number 6, second base, Jim Arthur.
On the ground out to short. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and one man left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Chet Kroon has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Chet Kroon.
Now in the box, Flash Dog. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted the other way out to left center. Chung on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the... It was mostly pitching and defense in this one, but the man you see here made some noise with the bat, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Well, the numbers don't just jump out at you, but his lone hit was a really important one. And sometimes you just need to come through when it matters most to be the hero, and he did just that.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Barons came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Frank Monk claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
I'm shopping the demons, balling every season, feeling like I'm dreaming, shining every weekend. All I know is that I was broke, then I got a brand new coupe. Louis V's on my shoes, and all my about a 2. First time in B12, she was hanging at the roof. IBB's ice cream, I didn't even have to scoop. Got the whole universe in my ceiling, I'ma set the mood. I seen his name, looking at my neck, ooh. I was damn bad, now I'm on a jet for real. Got all this ice on me, baby, told my protect the cheese. All this my bad is on it. I want a couple million without a record deal. Got 25,000 on me when I've been riding. Got all this out on me. Top so fly, no matter. I want to feel to be 12 when I was riding. Busy see how the vet feel. VG on my road, he make up on the house. For real, tennis chain, my nigga gon' chill. I ain't had to go get no deal. Last month I spent 100,000 on the closet. I bought the penthouse just to handle it. Got the new crib, my nigga fresh out, he kept it solid. 20 minutes on me, can't even fit inside the wall. Time ball and 13 on me like I was hard. Yeah, no Richie, I'm young. Might take my ride through the 6. I've been mixing my designer, I'm flies. I just talk about my lifestyle, right? Ever since that jail cell opened up, I let these diamonds hit. Yeah, I was damn bad. Now I'm on a jet for real. Got all this ice on me, baby. Told mama take the cheese. Sipping all this with my baby. Going on. All that clip on me, yeah. Record deal. Got 25,000 on me. When I've been riding, got all this out on me. Time for flying on me. I want to feel these 12. And I was riding in Atlanta, visiting the garden. Yeah, my family.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Chattanooga Lookouts and the Birmingham Barons. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. George Baum gets the call in Game 5 of the series. What do you have?
This guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Standing in, Flash Dog. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. Tilson is there, 2 gone.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
And Charlie Tilson now comes forward. And he's really swinging a hot bat in the series, to say the least. 10 RBIs on 4 base hits. Little chopper up the middle. Reined in. And the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time. And we'll have to see how they want to score that play.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box.
Settling in now, Flash Dog.
Shortstop, Flash Dog.
Let's go right here.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pulled toward right center field. Tilson is in pursuit. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. That makes it a 5-1 contest.
That was a good controlled swing out of him there, and that's exactly what he was hoping to do. Get it into the out.
Stepping in, Flash Dog. He hit a sac fly earlier.
Dog.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Come on, guy. Get your pitch up there.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Now a move over to first. Runner back safely. We're in the fifth inning here. 5-2 is our score. Grounded to short. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Home half of the fifth coming up. The Barons are out in front here, 5-2. Next will be the designated hitter, Peter Ramirez. He'll look to bounce back after striking it last time up. This one's down to third. Dog. A hole. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know.
Striding in, Franklin Simons. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. Here now the 2-2. Will play ball to second. 4. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Digging in to try it again. Flash Dog.
Flash Dog.
Watch out, drive it in for us.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
A ball and a strike.
Watch up, drive him in for us.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. He's got it to second for 1. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
5-2 the final today. Birmingham jumped out to an
Push button motor, Migos on the ice.